The girlfriend of a drugs baron, shot dead in a brutal triple gangland killing, was allegedly threatened by undercover detectives. Blonde Sarah Saunders was followed by murder squad officers and received telephone calls aimed at terrifying her, an Old Bailey jury was told. Miss Saunders had been the lover of 37-year-old Patrick Tate, who was blasted to death by a shotgun, along with pals Anthony Tucker, 38, and 26-year-old Craig Rolfe. Their bodies were found in a Range Rover in Workhouse Lane, Resident, on December 7th, 1995. Graham Parkins, QC, defending Michael Steele, who had been accused of the killings, said the officers masquerading as members of an Irish underworld gang had also threatened to kill his client. Retired Essex Detective Superintendent Ralph Barrington told the court police had set up an undercover investigation, codenamed Operation Sentry, to monitor the movements of Steele and Saunders. Mr. Barrington agreed two officers calling themselves Billy and John had phoned from Ireland. The same ploy was used on Sarah Saunders. Mr. Parkins claimed the purpose of the calls was to terrify her so as she would assist in finding the killers of Patrick Tate. Mr. Barrington replied, "Certainly not." The threatening calls from Billy and John began in February 1996. The pair had said they'd provided part of the cash Patrick Tate had given Steele and told him they wanted it back. Nichols later told the police the Irish geese had rung up Mick Steele and said, "We know you done it, Mickey. We want our money." Mick was stressing in his brain. They were saying, "Don't fuck with us, Mickey," and they gave him an Irish telephone number to prove they were from Ireland. He was told, "We want our money or you'll be sorted out just like Pat was." They were implying they'd done it to give them leverage. Nichols initially told the police the threats were from the Mystery Brothers with the motive for the murders. But Graham Parkins, QC, defending Steele, told the police, "You know the Irish threat was in reality two policemen. You were told that by other officers, weren't you?" Nichols denied he was. Mr. Parkins continued, "You made a massive blunder when you put them forward as the motive, and that claim didn't appear in your later witness statements, Mr. Nichols. Was that because the officers interviewing you said, 'Hold on, the Irish brothers were policemen, then he rang up after the killings'?" Nichols replied no. The jury heard how Sarah Saunders had reported the menacing calls to Basildon police, who said they'd traced the phone number to a well-known Republican bar in Belfast. The officers added to her spiralling fear by claiming the men had recently travelled to the mainland and detectives had unfortunately lost track of them. Miss Saunders told the court the two men asked her what she knew about Pat, and she insisted, "I hadn't been with him for a long time and didn't know what was happening." She added, "If I'd have known anything, I would have told the police." Transcripts of these phone calls became available and police eventually had to acknowledge that they were made by Belfast-based special branch officers. These calls were repeatedly made to the Essex suspects from Ireland from RUC special branch posing as Republican drug runners Billy and John. The following is the transcript of the tape-recorded conversation of undercover officer Billy and John pretending to be the IRA on the phone to Sarah Saunders. "I'm an undercover police officer, and for the purpose of this tape, it's Monday the 26th of February 1996 at 7:30 p.m. I'm in a phone box in Belfast city centre, and I'm awaiting a phone call on my mobile phone from a person believed to be called Sarah. It is now 7:35, and I'm about to phone Sarah. Hello? Hello? Alright, sorry about that. I thought it was your home phone number I'd given Mickey to phone, sorry. Listen, I've went and got one of the people here who knows more about this than me." "You're what, sorry?" "I've went and got John." "Right. One of our boys here who knows more about this than me." "Right. And, shall I talk to him?" "Yeah, well, he may fill you in on how we feel about this." "Lovely. I mean, to be honest with you, obviously, I don't know, I broke it with Pat. Getting on for a couple of years, to be honest with you, to get away from all of this. We'll put John on. Is John there with you now? Hold on. Alright. Hello? Hello? Yes? How you doing, darling? Hello? See, Sarah, no, I've tried to get you a few times on that number. Huh? I was reluctant to leave a message at all. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not living there. What? I'm not actually living there. I left. The answer machine message left. There's a couple of people renting it at the moment because I can't afford to live there, to be honest with you, and I'm just sort of staying at different friends. Right. But I spoke to a while ago. I've come out to a call box now. Slow down a minute, darling. I can't understand your Oh, I'm sorry. Look, you say what you've got to say. Well, as I said, I've tried to get in touch with you a few times, and as I said, I'm reluctant to leave a message on the number that I had. I was a bit reluctant to leave a message. Where are you phoning from at the moment? I'm in a call box. Right. I can give you the number if you want to ring back. No, it's fine. But just, right, I've tried to get you a few times. I was a bit worried about leaving a message on that machine. But we were speaking to Mickey there, if you know what I'm talking about. Mickey? Yeah. Are you talking about, well, they called him Mad Mickey. Is that what you're talking about? No, well, I've never heard him called that. From Kent? Huh? From Kent. I've never heard him called Mad Mickey now, to be honest with you. Well, yeah. I was talking about Mickey there. Anyway, who knew a mutual friend, and basically we have a slight problem. Let's say we paid money up front for some certain thing. Yeah. And basically something unfortunate happened to Pat. Yeah. Now, I sent my condolences as regards to that, but at the end of the day, my firm over here, the people who I'm working with at the moment, yeah, are down quite a few pound. Yeah. Now, I've been asked to try and sort that out. Right. Now, I spoke to this guy, Mickey, and Mickey fucking asked me about from pillar to post, and spoke to my mate Billy as well, and basically he told us to fuck off. It's nothing to do with him. Who did this? Mickey? The reality of the matter is it's got something to do with somebody. Yeah. And I've been told to fucking sort it out. Now, we'll sort it out one way or the other. That's exactly what I'll do. I will sort this out. Yep. Now, as I say, we're down money. We've got no fucking thing to show for our money. Yeah. And it's going to have to be sorted out one way or the other. Now, people tell me, I know nothing about this, I know nothing about that. Somebody knows about Sarah. That could I just stop you? Certainly. Because, obviously this is very worrying for me. I've got a little boy and everything. Right. What happened? I'll explain to you what happened. I don't know how you know Pat, all right? But I broke up with him quite a long time ago, getting on for 2 years now, right? All right, he was living at my bungalow, the number you phoned, right? I was living there when he was in prison, with a little boy who's 2 years old, yeah. Pat came out of prison and threw me out, and I've been living in a hostel with my friends. He threw me out with nothing, and I've had nothing, and everything he's had is in my name, right? And I've been left with debts and debts. Well, I'm in a similar situation. Well, I don't know if you can appreciate it. I'm with the people who, all I'm saying to you is, Billy was saying something about £40,000, right? Yeah, I don't know anything. I've had nothing to do with any of Pat's associates or anything because I'm willing. It all got too frightening for me and I wanted to get away from it all. Right. Okay, now, the situation with, he said something about some money he'd taken and the police took £6,000 out of the bungalow. Right. Okay, I can prove that. You can come and see me. I've got it in writing. The thing is about it, I've just been speaking to this guy, Mickey, and I'm basically getting the same thing. He knows nothing about it. He doesn't know Pat. He doesn't know this. He doesn't know that. Well, obviously, I knew Pat. I sort of lived with him. Yeah. But, I'm getting this from everybody, I don't know him. Fuck me, he was the man invisible, because somebody knew him and someone is bound to be responsible for an extent of what is left behind. And he had a mess behind him. And then he has left a mess behind him. There's other matters which need to be fucking looked at here as well. Because at the end of the day, Pat was aware of the people on my side of the water in Belfast here. Yeah. And he was aware of people here. Now, with him meeting his fucking demise, at the end of the day, God bless his soul and whatever. But, he was aware of things going on in our organisation and a concern that the fucking weight wheel came off for us over here as well. Yeah. And I say it's not only the money carry on, it's the fucking matter of the fact is that he knows people here and I don't. You're saying you're frightened. I'm frightened. I'm frightened for me and my people here because at the end of the day, what's went wrong is that someone has took such an umbrage against him to fucking do what they've done to him. And what do you think that it might have something to do with you then? Well, at the end of the day, I don't know all the business he was doing. I know to an extent what business I was doing with him or what. See, I don't know anything about Pat was doing because, as I say, I've not been with him. I was living in a hostel when he came out. Well, if you watched the telly last... Yes, Sarah. Who, Sarah? Who? On the television last night, his girlfriend was on the television. I wasn't with him. If you want to talk to her, she'll know who he had dealings with and whatever. See, well, Who will I phone or who will I get in touch with to try and get this sorted out? Because as I say to you, Sarah, I cannot let this drop because it's a matter of honour on my part as well. And I'm under pressure, to get this sorted. And I haven't fucking £40,000, you know. And at the end of the day, I will get 40 grand from somewhere. Yeah. Someone who is fucking involved in this here, and I will get it. I mean, sort of obviously, you do know I'm not involved in any of this, don't you? Darling, we did tell you. That's what I'm getting from everybody. I'm not involved in. Yeah, but I wasn't with him. I've not been with him for a long time. I wasn't with him. I've distanced myself from that sort of thing. Yeah, well, it would appear to me, love, we did tell you that from when he was killed, everybody's distanced themselves from him and they all, but I distanced myself before. You know where's my £40,000 went? But I don't know. Well, somebody, do you think it's, somebody fucking knows where it went. Can you stop swearing at me? Do you think that I know where it is then? Well, this is the first I know of any money. Well, we speak to Mickey, and Mickey tells us to phone her Pat's girlfriend. Now, we know we have the number to phone, but you have the home number or a number that I had for Pat, but I wasn't his girlfriend. I've not been his girlfriend for a long time. Well, how long, I have his home number. The thing is, I have Pat's home number. You say to me you'd left and all, and I found this house today. And we get in touch with me. And, are you Mystic Meg or what? No, there's people living there, but I'm not living there. I've left a message on because, I can't afford to live there, right? To be perfectly honest with you, how did you get this message then to phone me today? Because my friends phoned me with it. Do you know, obviously? That's my voice. It's my message. Well, obviously, if I'm getting in touch with you, there are other people I'm getting in touch with there. So, no one's getting in touch with me. This is the first time I've heard of anything like this. Why would anyone get in touch with me? Well, I'm saying to you is that you're saying to me, you've been out of the house, right? Yeah. I've still got the house. Yeah, well, you still have the house. Yeah. Well, is it bought and paid for? Is it paid for? No, definitely not. I can show you all the mortgage papers. Well, look, if you was in my position, how would you suggest that I try and sort this out then? Well, I certainly wouldn't go around ringing somebody who's totally innocent and tries to distance herself from it all. Everybody seems to be totally innocent. But no, it's something to do with me. I'm not in your line of business, I'm afraid. And if you want to sort this out, who's getting money from, maybe go through some of the other associates. I don't know, but it's got nothing to do with me. Who will I? Pat has left me in debt. Who will I phone? Who will I phone to sort this out, to try and get this problem sorted out? Surely you must have some other people that he was dealing with. Well, as I say, we phone. At the end of the day, you know what the big lad was like, and yes, that's how I got away from him. He was just going mad. Like us all. Yeah. In my opinion, you were crazy giving him any money. Why's that? Because he was just a madman in the end. I just don't know how I'm going to get this sorted out, and as I said, it will get sorted. I don't know. I really don't know. What do you want me to do? What do you want to tell me what you want me to do? I want you to tell me who's going to sort this for us. Well, sort what out though? Sort my money out. Well, how should I know that? I'm not in your line of business. Alright, dead on. See you.